Okay, so today we're here making Ollas, or it is spelt O-L-L-A-S, pronounced Ollas or sometimes Ollas. It's a Spanish name, so forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it. So what we're going to need basically is 2 pots, and these are 17cm pots that I have got from Bunnings, and these were $1 each, so relatively cheap way to help us introduce some more permanent water in the garden with all the cars in the background. Okay, so what we're going to do basically is put these together. We're going to dig this into the ground and then fill them with water, and then over time this is what is going to slowly release through the porous clay and help to keep our water beds and our plants nice and watered, seeing as we have been in drought in Australia for the last at least 2 years. So this is a really good way we can conserve some water. So 2 pots we need, and in the bottom pot we need to seal this hole. Now you can do that with a plastic lid or the lid of a jar. I'm going to be using corks because I have a whole heap of them and it's just a way that I can recycle. So we need to make sure that this cork fits in this hole here. So this one's going to fit right in just there, which isn't too bad. If it doesn't fit, you can just cut it down with a knife. And then what I want to do is basically get that to about 20 mil. So I'm just going to get the tape here, measure to 20 mil. Oops. Just like that, just mark it a little bit, and then just get my trusty saw. And I'm just going to saw, I'm going to get an extra hand to hold it still for me, and then just saw through.
Ouch.
The cork like that. It's really quite simple. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to put that aside and we want to stick that in there. So we are going to use the roof, gutter and concrete sealer, just because that's a little bit more waterproof. And so I'm just going to pop a ring around the inside here. And just put that all the way around, just like that. And then just pop that down under there so it doesn't leak everywhere. And then we're just going to pop the cork in. And I'm actually just going to stick it inside of this one so that it isn't just flush on the table like that. Okay, and then we're going to just wet my finger and just wipe that around just like that. And then just pop any excess that I've got just around the top of the cork and around the side. That's just going to just help seal that all around there. And then I'm just going to turn it upside down, and just any excess I've got or whatever was left on the end of there, I'm just going to just seal that up. Now this doesn't have to be pretty, this part is going in the ground, so you're not going to see any of this anyway. We just want to seal that up. Even if some of the water comes out, it's still just going to be very slow like the rest of the pot. Okay, so that's that bit there. So now we need to make this one stick on that one. So I'm just going to change this over, and then we'll use the okay, so we're using the maxi nails, and the reason I like to use the maxi nails is because it is made for, you know, brick and concrete, so it's just going to make it stick a little bit better and last a little bit longer than ordinary silicone. And then we're just going to pop a bead, make sure that starts to come out there. Just pop a bead, not too thin, and try and get it around the outside. Don't really want it going too far in so that they stick together. And as I said, this doesn't need to be pretty, this is going to be buried in the ground. so only your worms are going to see it. All the way around. A bit extra. There we go. And then we're going to grab this one and just pop it on the top. Stick them both together. Push it down a little bit to just make all of that come out, and then again wet your finger and just smooth that all off. And just smooth it around like that. Just really wiping off the excess. And the way around, so you can see that there. The extremes of where it might need it. And that's it. I'm just going to wipe my finger now. Also just for the top now, so this, as I said, this is going to go into the ground, into the garden bed, and basically be totally buried. So this does need to stay out now for 24 hours just to totally dry. So we'll show you, come back tomorrow and show you actually putting it in the ground. When we do put it in the ground, we fill it with water to the top, and then we're going to put a lid on the top. So you can buy a saucer from, obviously, where you get the pots from. They're more expensive than the pot itself, and again, I have lots of corks, so I'm just doing a bit of recycling. So just cut that down a little bit, and then that fits in there nicely, and so that's the lid. So when that's in the ground, that just protects any bugs and other things going in there, and then when I want to fill it up or check it, I can just stick a stick in there just to see where the water level's up to, if I'm not sure, obviously being buried, and then I can just fill it up and then just pop the lid back on. So we'll come back tomorrow and show you digging it in the ground.